Hello students! Welcome back to our new normal class. And today we are talking about the lesson 4, which is the exponential function. Before we proceed to this lesson, I just want to discuss and see what are the subtopics in the exponential function. So here are the learning competency that you acquire of this topic. Number 1 is the represent real life situation using exponential function. Distinguish between exponential function, exponential equation, and exponential inequality. Solve exponential equation and inequalities. Represent an exponential function through its table of values, graph, and equation. Find the domain and range of the exponential function. Determine the intercept, 0, and asymptotes of the exponential function. And lastly, the solve problems involving exponential function, inequality, and equation. So are you ready for this topic? Great! So let's start to discuss what is exponential function. When you say exponential function, it is a one value and continuous function. It is a base or has a base, is a function with the form of f of x is equal to b to the x power, or y is equal to b to the x power. Either the b is more than 0 and b is not equal to 1. Dito po sa exponential function, dito po natin makikita yung mga equations natin or yung mga function natin na merong exponent. So lahat po dito sa mga problem po natin at sa mga equation natin ay hinahanap natin ay exponent. So here are the example of the exponential function. So number 1, f of x is equal to 3 to the x power. So it is an example of exponential function because of the sign of f of x. If you see the symbol of f of x, meaning it is a function. Next example is the f of x is equal to 1/2 to the 5x. So here are the not exponential function. So f of x is equal to x to the negative 6. So in the exponential function, they are not on negative integer power. And lastly, f of x is equal to 3x to the 1/2. So in the exponential function, their power or exponent cannot be a fraction. Given a table of values, you can easily identify either the function is exponential or not. In the exponential function, the value of the function have a common ratio. That is, the quotient of the two consecutive function value is constant. So here is the example of table of values. So in this table, we have a value of x and the value of f of x. In the value of x are 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And the other hand, the value of f of x is 1, 3, 9, 27, and 81. In a exponential function, the value of the function have a common ratio. The relationship that exists between the x and the f of x in the given table can be translated mathematically in f of x is equal to 3x. So, paano ba natin malalaman kung itong table na ito ay exponential or not? So, try to substitute the value of x and f of x to the given equation of f of x is equal to 3x. So, let's start to substitute the 0 and 1. So, the substitute here is f of x, the value of f of x is 1. So, 1 is equal to 3 and the value of x is 0. So, to the 0 power. So, what is the 3 to the 0 power? The 3 to the 0 power is 1. So, 1 is equal to 1. So, correct. Tama po. So, try to get the second line, which is the value of x is 1 and the value of f of x is 3. So, f of x or 3 is equal to 3 to the 1. So, 3 to the 1 is 3. So, 3 is equal to 3. So, correct. So, in this table, masasabi natin na it is a exponential function. Ganun lang po kadali to identify the table of values if it is exponential or not. So, let's proceed to the definition of exponential equation, inequality, and function. So, ano ba yung pinagkaiba ng tatlong yan? So, we have here the table. So, the table, row number 1 is the definition and the row number 2 is the example. So, let's start to discuss what is exponential in an equation. So, an equation involves exponential expression. For example, 7 to the 2x1 negative x is equal to 1 over 343. Paano natin nasabi na yun ay exponential equation? So, before that, dapat muna siya? Exponential expression. So, meron pa kayong nakitang negative na exponent? Wala. So, masasabi natin na ito ay exponential expression. So, paano ba natin masasabi kung exponential equation ito? Meron tayong nakikita na symbol na equal for the root word of equation of equal. So, pag meron tayong nakitang equal, masasabi natin ito ay exponential equation. Next is the exponential inequality. An inequality involving a exponential expression. For example, 5 to the 2x minus 5 to the x plus 1 less than equal to 0. So, before natin identify kung ito ba ay exponential inequality, tingnan natin kung ito ba ay exponential expression. So, meron ba tayong nakikita na negative na exponent? Meron ba tayong nakikita na fraction ng exponent? Wala. So, nasasabi natin na ito ay exponential expression. So, paano ba natin malalaman kung ito ba ay exponential inequality? So, meron tayong makikita na mga symbol na more than or greater than, less than, more than equal or greater than equal, less than equal, and not equal. So, dito sa example natin, meron tayong nakitang symbol which is the less than equal. So, nasasabi natin ay ito ay exponential inequalities. Next, the last one is the exponential function. Function of the form of f of x is equal to b to the x power, that b is more than or equal to 0, or b is not equal to 1. For example, f of x is equal to 1.8 to the x, or y is equal to 1.8 to the x. So, bakit natin nasabi na isa siyang exponential function? Meron po siyang sign of f of x, or the letter itself f. So, wag papalito. Meron din siyang equal, pero meron din siyang symbol of f. Di kagaya ni exponential equation, meron lamang siyang equal. Si exponential function, meron siyang equal, meron pa siyang symbol of f. So, ito lang po ang pinagkaiba ni exponential function, equation, and inequality. Next, let's talk about the solving exponential equation. So, recall muna tayo, what is the rules? Rules that we can apply in the exponential equation. So, this is a very important. So, this is the law of exponent. So, we have 5. So, number 1 is the product. When you multiply have a exponent, for example, a to the x times a to the y is equal to a to the x plus y. So, pag nagmumultiply tayo with the exponent, so multiply the base, and then the exponent, i-add lang po natin sila. Okay? So, ulitin natin, i-add ang base, and then yung mga exponent natin ay i-add lang. Next, quotient naman tayo. A to the x divided by a to the y is equal to a x minus y. So, dito sa division, i-divide natin yung base or the letter a, and then yung mga exponent po ay subtraction po. I repeat, ang mga base po ay i-division, and then yung mga exponent natin ay i-subtract po natin. Next is the power. So, yung may power tapos pinower pa. Okay? A to the x to the y power. So, paano ba yun? Is equal to a x times y. So, dito naman sa power, multiply naman natin yung mga exponent. Next, 0 exponent. Pag naman 0 yung mga exponent ng base natin, automatically ang answer natin ay 1. Mapa 100 yan. 1 million to the 0 is equal to 1. 1 billion. 1 trillion to the 0 is equal to 1. So, any number, kahit number, basta ang power niya ay 0, always 1 ang answer natin. And the last is the negative exponent. So, a to the negative x is equal to 1 over a to the x. So, dun sa a to the negative x, parang inverse natin siya. So, dito sa negative exponent, may relation siya kay inverse function. Okay? So, I have here the example for the exponential equation. So, 4 to the 2n is equal to 8. So, ang gagawin natin is what? Okay. So, ang gagawin natin is, kung ang 4, gagawin natin siyang exponential form. So, ano ba yung exponential ni 4? 2 to the 2 power. Ano ba yung exponential ni 8? 2 to the 3rd power. So, 2 to the 2 or second time is 2n is equal to 2 to the 3rd power. And then, try to get the multiplication of the exponent. So, magiging 2 to the 4 4 and is equal to 2 to the cube power. So, tanggalin natin yung base kasi they are the same. So, ang matitira na lang natin, yung mga exponent natin, sila yung magiging base natin. So, pag same base po tayo, automatic ika-cancel natin si base at ang matitira na lang po yung ating mga exponent na magiging base na rin. So, magiging 4n is equal to 3. So, paano natin matatanggal si 4? You need to divide both sides by 4. 4n divided by 4 and 3 divided by 4, the answer is n is equal to 3, 4. Okay? What about if different bases naman sila? So, number 1 is isolate the exponential part of the equation. If there are two exponential parts, put one of the each side of the equation. Number 2, take a logarithmic of each side of the equation. Number 3, apply power property to rewrite the exponent. And lastly, you need to solve the variable. For example, 3 to the x is minus 1 is equal to 4. So, 3 to the x, you need to transpose the 1 to dun kay 4 para magsama yung similar term. So, ni negative 1 magiging positive kasi tinranspose natin siya magiging positive 1. 4 plus 1 is 5. And then, try to convert into logarithmic or logarithmic. So, the logarithmic here is log 3x is equal to log 5. So, ang ginawa niya lang po is dinagdag lang po ang symbol ni log. Okay, and then after niyang nilagay yung symbol ni log, you need to perform the exponential form into the logarithmic form. So, si exponent maging muna, tapos yung huli, si base. So, x log base 3 is equal to log base 5. And then, try to get the value of x. The value of x is equal to log base 5 is equal to log base 3. So, that is the lesson for the exponential function. I hope you learned something from me. So, good day class, good day, and God bless. See you soon. Goodbye.